Hello and welcome to the Minutes Within the Mist, where we explore the dark and clouded places to find cryptids, ghosts, and other mysteries. Today, we focus our attention on the Grafton Monster, the headless terror of West Virginia. Reporter Robert Cockrell was leaving from work at the Grafton Sentinel at 11 p.m. on July 16, 1964. He began his journey from his office to home down what is now Yates Avenue along the western banks of the Tygart River. Rounding a wide curve in the road, his headlights caught what the reporter would later describe as a huge white obstruction, with slick, white skin and no head. It is unclear if it did not have a head, or if the head is simply so close to the torso that it was difficult to differentiate it from the body. The creature stood between 7 and 9 feet tall and was almost 4 feet wide between the road and the riverbank on a cleared-off section of grass. Upon realizing that the enormous white object was actually a living creature, the reporter accelerated away. Terrified by what he had seen, Cockrell raced home, called his friends Jerry Morse and Jim Mauser to ask them to accompany him to return to the site for further investigation. Though they found nothing upon arriving, the grass there had been trampled, and they heard a low whistling sound that seemed to follow them as they continued their search at the location. The next day, Cockrell said nothing to his co-workers at the Sentinel, but upon hearing of other reporting sightings that matched his own, he chose to speak up. The reporter was able to collect 20 other sightings from his monster hunt. The article resulted in cars almost bumper to bumper along the river drive, with many teenagers and adults roaming that section of the city in search of the monster. Due to the large amount of people turned monster hunters bringing loaded guns in the areas, and with tensions rising, the police undertook their own investigation. Although investigators and monster hunters were unable to locate the creature, many in the area still believe it simply waits its time before making a reappearance. I hope you enjoyed these minutes with the Grafton Monster, and will return for more cryptids, ghosts, and other mysteries. Join us on our Within the Mist podcast, but until then, drive safely and remain constantly curious.